Meghan Markle's nanny drama is back, louder, messier, and far more awkward than anyone expected. But let's not act surprised. For years, behind the manicured smiles and curated podcast appearances, the reality inside the Sussex household has been, let's just say, far from chill. The latest twist? Meghan's longtime nanny, the one she's supposedly had for 5 years, is out. Not with a bang, but with a sigh, and a new title, house manager. Even that promotion didn't come easy. She'd been asking for the switch for ages, but Meghan dodged it like a Netflix deal that doesn't pay enough. Now that the nanny finally put her foot down, the royal duo is scrambling once again for a replacement. Why is this such a big deal? Because it's not the first, second, or even third time. Back in 2019, Meghan and Harry reportedly went through 3 nannies in just 6 weeks. That's almost 1 per fortnight. According to insiders, working for the Sussexes is like auditioning for Broadway, except there's no applause. Just NDAs, fake surprise greetings, and constant tiptoeing around Meghan's reputation. And speaking of auditions, this part is wild. Before even meeting Meghan and Harry, nanny candidates are told they can't know who they're interviewing with. Agencies whisper the truth anyway. Hey, heads up, it's Meghan Markle. Why the secrecy? Because the Sussexes are paranoid about leaks. And here's the kicker. Even when the nanny finally meets them, she has to act shocked. It's not just a job interview, it's theater. But the job itself? No picnic. Whispers say Meghan doesn't know what she wants. 1 minute it's, get the kids sleeping through the night. The next, be high energy during the day. That's physically impossible. These aren't dolls, they're toddlers. And if your night nanny is sleep deprived, how is she supposed to handle snack time, play dates, and a constant chorus of, no, don't touch that all day long? It doesn't help that Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland, the one consistent support system, is gone too. Yes, even she has left the palace-turned-pandemic sanctuary. Sources say Doria grew tired of Meghan's endless complaints and controlling ways. She packed her bags and walked away. And if your own mother says, I'm out, that says a lot. Here's the sad irony. Despite all the help, Meghan reportedly still fears losing something bigger, the emotional bond with her children. It's a common fear for mothers who rely on full-time nannies. Kids often gravitate to whoever spends the most time with them. That terrifies Meghan. But instead of being more present herself, she wants nannies who do everything, just without stealing affection. It's a lose-lose game. Add in the high-maintenance hiring process, the paranoia, the emotional distance, and now even her closest circle collapsing, and what you're left with is a household polished for Instagram but running on fumes in real life. This nanny crisis isn't just about childcare. It's a symptom of something deeper: control, isolation, and the slow unraveling of the support systems Meghan once had. Staff, family, friends, people come in hopeful, but they leave quietly, fed up. And somehow, Meghan always ends up standing alone, wondering why everyone else keeps walking away. Some staff whisper about life in her Montecito home like it's a velvet castle, beautiful outside but echoing and empty within. You walk in expecting warmth, purpose, maybe even glamour. But insiders say what you find is a maze of assistants, rotating staff, shifting moods, and a suffocating desire to micromanage everything. Take the hiring process. It's not just an interview, it's a 3-step gauntlet. First, the agency, then Meghan's assistants, who themselves are constantly rotating, and finally, Meghan and Harry. But even then, you must pretend you don't know who they are. Smile, nod, act like they're just a random California couple. Everyone knows it's fake, but the rules are the rules. Why all the secrecy? Because they believe everyone is out to leak, even about wallpaper in Archie's room or a fight over bedtime snacks. But the irony? The more they try to control the narrative, the more chaotic everything seems. And then, there's the jealousy factor. Meghan reportedly becomes uneasy when the children bond too closely with their caretakers. But what do you expect when someone else is feeding them, bathing them, soothing them through fevers, and tucking them into bed? Of course, a bond forms, but instead of embracing that support, Meghan sees it as competition. She wants the help, but not the closeness, and that simply doesn't work with children. Which brings us back to Doria. For years, she was the grounding force, the steady presence in the background, but even she eventually walked away. Not because she didn't love her grandchildren. She did, but she couldn't handle Meghan's moods, control issues, and relentless intensity. She tried, really tried, but love wasn't enough. When peace is always out of reach, even mothers run out of patience. So one by one, the pillars of Meghan's world, staff, friends, family, are exiting stage left. And Meghan, she keeps planning, keeps controlling, but fewer and fewer remain to carry the weight with her. Hollywood isn't blind either. She used to have Oprah, Tyler Perry, Serena Williams. But now, her birthday passed, and only the ultra-loyal said a word. The rest went silent. No likes, no stories, nothing. Because even celebrities value peace over proximity. That silence, louder than any headline. Even the media has shifted. For years, Meghan could count on friendly editors to spin gold out of anything. A podcast, a lifestyle feature, a subtle royal dig disguised as empowerment. But now, even that support is drying up. Her most loyal voice left is Bryony Gordon, called Meghan's unofficial mouthpiece. Once writing about her own struggles, she now pens glowing praise pieces about Meghan's kindness and unfair treatment, while ignoring the patterns playing out in plain sight. Even that relationship feels more transactional than genuine. PR dressed as friendship. And where do these pieces appear? Sometimes even in the Daily Mail, a paper Meghan literally sued. Some say it's strategic, part of a game to ease tensions or push Harry to drop his legal battles. But if that's the goal, it's naive. Meghan may smile for optics, but behind closed doors, resentment still burns. Meanwhile, biographer Angela Levin has been blunt. Meghan didn't stumble into chaos, she orchestrated it. She didn't marry into the royal family to serve it, she came to reshape it, and when it wouldn't bend, she broke away. But that reinvention hasn't gone as planned. Netflix didn't blow people away, Spotify walked, Archetypes was quietly dropped. Hollywood red carpets never came. Instead, Meghan's story is written in headlines about staff quitting, family feuds, and birthdays forgotten. Even her body language tells a story. Awkward in elite crowds, fidgeting, tugging Harry's arm, scanning the room. The palace balcony moment at Trooping the Color, when Harry snapped, "Just stand still," went viral. Not because it was dramatic, but because it was real. A glimpse of the disconnect between how Meghan sees herself and how she's perceived. And Harry? He looks more mechanical these days. Not the wild prince, not the liberated California dad, just stuck between two worlds that no longer want him. At the center of it all stands Meghan, holding tighter to control, surrounded by fewer people, watching it all slowly slip away. Staff come and go, friends fall silent, family keeps distance, and the reinvention, the glitz, the glamour, fades a little more with each quiet departure. Not with rage, not with scandal, but with silence.